Relationships are complex, filled with moments of joy, love, and growth. But sometimes, amidst the hustle of life, we fail to see the subtle signs that something isn't right. We may sense that something has shifted, but we dismiss it, hoping things will magically fix themselves. But here's the hard truth. Not every relationship is meant to last, and recognizing when it's time to move on could be the most empowering thing you can do for yourself and for your partner. Whether you're in a relationship or single, this story is for anyone who has loved, lost, or is seeking to understand the dynamics of a healthy partnership. In today's video, we'll dive into 15 clear signs of a dead relationship and, most importantly, how to recognize them before it's too late. So let's get started. Every relationship begins with excitement, passion, and hope. But over time, cracks can begin to form, sometimes in ways that are subtle and slow. One of the earliest signs that something is wrong is lack of communication or poor communication. When the conversations become shallow, or worse, non-existent, it's a warning sign. The little moments of shared thoughts, dreams, and concerns start to disappear. It's as if you're living parallel lives, speaking, but never truly connecting. But communication is the lifeblood of any relationship, and when it begins to fade, it's like watching a once vibrant flower slowly wither. Another red flag is trust issues or infidelity. Trust is the foundation of any healthy relationship. Once broken, it can be nearly impossible to rebuild. And it's not always about someone cheating. Sometimes it's about the little lies, the secrets, or the feeling that your partner isn't being completely honest with you. When you no longer trust your partner, every interaction feels like a test, and that doubt becomes a shadow looming over your relationship. Disrespect or contempt for each other is the next big indicator that something is deeply wrong. Contempt is more than just anger. It's a simmering feeling of superiority, belittling your partner with sarcasm, insults, or even eye rolls. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher, once said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be one." In relationships, we often argue about who's right instead of focusing on being better for each other. At some point, you might realize that your values or goals are no longer aligned. Maybe you once shared the same dreams, but now you're headed in opposite directions. For some, this comes with age or life circumstances. One person may want to settle down, while the other craves adventure. When your paths diverge, it can be hard to stay together without resentment building. Another sign is the lack of intimacy or emotional connection. This isn't just about physical intimacy. It's about feeling close, valued, and emotionally safe with your partner. If you're no longer sharing your deepest fears, dreams, or even just the little moments of your day, that emotional gap grows larger. And then, there's frequent arguing or conflict. Some level of disagreement is natural. But when every conversation turns into an argument, when small issues become battlegrounds, it's a sign that deeper issues are at play. Constant fighting can erode the very love that once held you together, leaving behind a battlefield of resentment. Feeling trapped or suffocated is another major sign. Do you feel like you've lost your sense of self? Like the relationship is holding you back instead of lifting you up? When the relationship feels more like a prison than a partnership, it's time to reflect on whether it's still serving your happiness. A healthy relationship allows for both closeness and independence. But when you lose your sense of individuality, you start to feel suffocated. It's crucial to have your own hobbies, friends, and interests. If that disappears, it may be a sign that the relationship is unhealthy. Equally, if there's an unwillingness to compromise or work through issues, it's a red flag. In a relationship, both parties should be willing to meet halfway, to resolve conflicts with understanding. If you or your partner can't, or won't, compromise, that's a sign the relationship may be nearing its end. At the heart of it all is feeling unhappy or unfulfilled most of the time. If you're constantly feeling drained, emotionally depleted, or simply unhappy, it's worth asking yourself why you're still in the relationship. Life is too short to stay where you aren't thriving. Abuse, whether emotional, physical, or verbal, is never acceptable. This is not just a sign of a dead relationship, it's a dangerous one. No one should ever make you feel unsafe or worthless. If you're in this situation, please seek help. You deserve so much more. Then there's dishonesty or lack of transparency. When the truth is hidden, when secrets start to build, the bond that once connected you slowly unravels. And sometimes it's about different priorities or lifestyles. You might find yourself drifting apart because your focus and values have changed. One person may want stability, while the other craves freedom. These differences, when left unresolved, become impossible to bridge. Finally, if you're constantly feeling like you're walking on eggshells, worried about saying or doing the wrong thing, it's a sure sign of a toxic environment. And perhaps the most telling sign, when there's no effort or willingness to grow together. A healthy relationship evolves just as the people within it do. If neither of you is willing to invest the time and energy to nurture the relationship, it's a clear sign that it's time to let go. So, what can we take from all of this? Relationships require effort, trust, and a shared commitment to grow together. But when the signs of a dead relationship start to appear, it's essential to face them with courage and honesty. As the Stoics remind us, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Sometimes, the hardest thing is to recognize that what's standing in the way of your happiness is the very relationship you're holding on to. Ending a relationship isn't a failure. It's a brave choice to pursue the life you truly deserve. Remember, you are worthy of a relationship that adds joy and value to your life. Never settle for less. Thank you for joining us on this journey of self-discovery. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more. Until next time.